is the Sammie Nicole and FeeFee show, and we are back again with you all tonight. We are a dynamic mother and daughter duo, and basically on our show we discuss all things love, life, relationships, pop culture, everything that's going on, current events in today's world from both the millennial and Generation X perspective. Now tonight we're coming with the topic, and it is, do men settle?
Well, we surveyed 4 men. We surveyed 2 millennials and 2 Generation X. The Generation X that I surveyed said no. They both said no. What about you, Sammie?
Well, I surveyed a few gentlemen as well, about 5 or 6, and majority of them said men do settle. And just for the sake of clarity, what we mean by settling is like settling in relationships, like basically you're fitting a square peg into a round hole. You really want one thing, but you can't attain that, so you just settle for what you can attain, what you know you can get, rather than going after what you really want. So whether it's what you prefer, whether looks wise or education wise or intelligence wise in a partner, you don't really go after what you really want, what you really desire. You just take what comes to you or what you can attract. So that's what we mean by settling.
Right.
And the reason, why did we come to that topic, Mom? Let's let you talk.
Well, we came to that topic because there was some type of article, something on social media, where
A tweet.
It was a tweet where it was stated that men settle. They don't actually marry the woman who they want to marry. They actually settle.
Yes.
And so I was like, absolutely not. And let me just give you some little examples of things that I've heard. You know, as women, what we do. You know, we're like, oh, well, you know, he's getting his CDL license, and he's trying, and he's gonna have a job in a couple of weeks.
So you're insinuating that women settle, but men
don't. Men, they know exactly what they want. You know, yeah, man, she got her own house. She got a good job. You know, she got a bad body. She fine. You know, everything that they want and that they're looking for in a woman, they find it and they don't settle. Now, let me say this. I will say this. Men will deal with a woman until they find what they want.
So like a placeholder.
Yes,
so,
a
okay,
placeholder.
You're good for now. You're not the woman I
Right.
want to be with long term. You're not even the woman I want to marry. But
Right.
I'm going to stick with you and
Until
date
I
you.
find that
You're good
one.
enough until I find that right one. So you're going to be my placeholder.
Right. But I'm not going to commit to you because you're really not what I want.
But you're good for now.
But
you're
good
good
enough for now. You're good enough. And men are hunters. So that man will continue hunting for what he wants, pursue what he really wants.
All the while using you to keep him occupied till he finds the right woman.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So we as women, we have got to get that same concept, that same mindset that we need to keep looking until we find exactly what we want instead of settling.
So why do you think we settle from your perspective as a Generation X?
I think we settle because it's a fear. It's a fear that we have, and it's also society. It's society that puts pressure on us to make us feel like that we have to be married, like we talked in our previous YouTube videos. You guys go out there and watch the other videos.
Yes, please like, share, subscribe to our channel. Check out all our videos, y'all. Support
Yes.
your girls.
Yes, like we said in other videos, that women feel like that they have to be married by a certain age. If they're not married by a certain age, they're old maid, some sour in the milk. So society puts all of this pressure and make you feel like you have to settle when you don't. When you can actually wait, take your time, be patient, Godspeed, like I always say, and find the mate that you want. Or wait for that mate to come into your life. Wait for God to place that person into your life instead of settling. Because like I've said before, we settle in these relationships and then we get into toxic relationships, right?
Yes. I would say.
So I think it's pressure. I think women get pressured.
Okay.
Feel like they're pressured and that the time is running out. You know, at a certain age, their biological clock is running out.
Got you. Okay, well, that's a good point. In my opinion, I think one of the reasons women settle is because we're usually too afraid to make the first move. Too afraid to go after what we want. So, say for instance, if you're at Starbucks, well, Starbucks ain't a good example,
Not
so we're
today.
gonna leave that alone. Sorry, y'all.
Not today. We're not dealing with Starbucks.
Yeah, that was Freudian slip. My bad.
They need to rectify the situation first before we
get
deal
it
with
together,
Starbucks.
Y'all know y'all dead wrong for that. But anyway,
Yes.
Yes, but say for instance you're at a party and you see a young man, he's just your type when it comes to aesthetics, whatever your type is. And so you see him, he's kind of off to the side, kind of, lingering, mingling, but he hasn't looked your way yet. But you've been checking him out. You've been bird watching for a good 5-10 minutes. Bird watching. That's when you see something you like, you just kind of watch it for a little bit. Yeah, that's a new thing. Bird watching. Yeah. You know how you watch the bird, you just admiring the beauty of the bird. You nice and quiet watching. Bird watching. So so you bird watching for a good little 5-10 minutes, right? But he hasn't looked your way yet, so you haven't really had an opportunity to really make eye contact with him yet. So I think, as women, it wouldn't hurt for us to, if you're interested in that man and he hasn't approached you yet, approach him. Walk over to him and say hello. Introduce yourself. You don't have to be nasty or raunchy about it. You can have class and be tactful and have couth and decorum and say, hi, I saw you standing over here. Throw him a little cute, corny little line. Either way, I think he's going to be impressed, because 9 times out of 10, women don't really approach men. Men are usually the one approaching women. And so I think it's nothing wrong with walking over if he's of interest to you and just say, hi, how are you? My name is Samantha. I really like your suit, or I really like your watch. Just something notice about him to get the conversation going, I think. Now,
so become a hunter.
Not necessarily a hunter, but become proactive about what you want, rather than, you see a man that you like at the said party and you don't say anything to him at all, and then he never notices you. But you're getting,
and you go home like, wow, I should have said something to him.
Right. And you're getting approached by other men who you're not that interested in, but you're giving them, your number because they approached you, when really it was the guy across the room that you were bird watching for a good 5 or 10 minutes that you really wanted to talk to and meet, but you were just too afraid to walk over and say something. So I think it's important as women to be proactive. Again, there's nothing wrong with walking over and saying hello. That's all you're doing. What's harm in saying hello? Or